Everything's shut down.
What does that mean?
The road, the sidewalks, everything is closed off.
And I'm very happy that you want to do things for the community. But there needs to be something for people who live here.
People felt very unsafe. They felt intimidated. Okay. So now bylaw has decided to close off Clark to vehicles.
We do have a job to uphold the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which we will do. Any criminality that occurs, we will investigate that.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Thornhill, Ontario. And folks, I'm about half a kilometer away from the Beth, Avraham, Yoseph of Toronto synagogue, which is hosting a real estate event tonight. But when the same synagogue tried to do so last year on a couple of occasions, well, the pro-Hamas people, they weren't happy about this one iota. Here, check out what happened.
What do you want? Justice! When do you want it? Palestine is not for sale! Zionist, go to hell!
Go to the other side!
No, we're not in Gaza. We're not under Sharia law, sir.
Other side!
They have every right to protest. They could do it at a peaceful place like City Hall, but not in front of a synagogue.
This is your house? House is down there. What's your house? Back up.
Yeah, no, it's my house.
Okay, no, so what's not her house?
We are here because this place of worship has chosen to make their venue a real estate venue to sell illegally occupied land.
Is it possible that you're living on stolen land also, according to your very argument?
Yeah, far from a peaceful protest. It got violent at times. At one of them, my cameraman, Lincoln J., had his iPhone stolen. It was later retrieved. But in light of all those shenanigans, the city of Vaughan passed a bubble zone bylaw back in, I think it was last May, and essentially it stated that places of worship cannot have protesters come within 100 meters of the premises. So shortly after that bylaw was approved, this synagogue had a similar real estate event, and well, check out what happened.
Go, you gotta go.
Pardon me?
You gotta go.
Go where?
Go to yourself, fella.
I'm on a public sidewalk, sir.
You go yourself.
Go on Wikipedia and learn about the Geneva Conventions. Okay. And learn about how an occupying power is not allowed to move its population onto land that it's taken over through a military seizure.
Sir, you look Jewish to me. Why would you be on this side of the street?
Whoa. You don't go around.
Well, they're shutting down the Jew. I guess it's better than killing him.
This type of violence is going on, and the Jewish community understands that law enforcement is really not there for us.
It was incredible. Police and bylaw look the other way. Even though those demonstrators were chanting genocide, that's an infraction under 319 of the criminal code, and they were definitely within that 100-meter bubble zone. Now, it's another debate whether you support bubble zones or not, but regardless, that is the law. Why was it that the City of Vaughan bylaw officers were so many toothless tigers? We came across a bunch of them just sitting in their pickup truck, idling away for hours, which, by the way, is a violation of the City of Vaughan's anti-idling bylaw, but never mind. It looks to me that the police are making an overcorrection of the atrocities that happened last year, which is to say we were walking along to the synagogue just to see if any of the pro-Hamas Hitler Youth types would show up. And, well, here's the interaction I had with one of the officers.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing there, officer?
How are you? In the command center.
Hey, guys.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Hi,
Just 2 minutes, okay?
Sure.
Just give 2 minutes.
Okay. Thank you. Well, folks, here we are on Clark Avenue. We're about 500 meters away from the synagogue. They've closed access to Clark at Bathurst, and our colleague Ephraim was held up at Bathurst and Clark. Evidently, he was told by the police nobody's getting through.
Everything's shut down.
What does that mean?
The road, the sidewalks, everything is closed off.
Oh.
So unless you have, and I guess I would have to determine what your purpose is.
Media.
Your media.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether do you have an invite to be there?
No, just wanted to cover the protests in front of the street.
And then there's anybody that will be protesting will not be going past here.
It was egregious how law enforcement and bylaw acted the last time this happened, but the answer to that is not to ban everyone from the sidewalk, everyone from going to the synagogue. It's to deal with the troublemakers. And by the way, I haven't seen any of them. I don't expect any of those cats are getting through tonight to do their de rigueur chants for genocide, display swastikas. Some of them cosplay as Sinwar, the October 7th terrorist mastermind. It's absolutely sickening. Sir, are you the media relations officer?
Hi, David. How are you?
Oh, I'm very good, sir. You're
Constable Kevin Nabria.
Nabria. Thank you for your time. Yeah, I'm just trying to find. We're just we of course are not demonstrators. We're just here to cover that, and evidently we need your approval, I think, or.
No, so the City of Vaughan has closed the streets just for the health and safety and well-being of the community. And so we are here assisting with that, but also monitoring any potential demonstration that occurs.
But we're surely not a health and safety issue, are we?
Well, you're going to have to talk to the City of Vaughan about that, because that's their bylaw that they're bringing down.
Well, the bylaw is a 100-meter bubble zone in terms of places of worship for demonstrators. We're not demonstrators. We're members of the media chronicling this, sir.
Yeah, so you'll have to speak to the City of Vaughan, because that's their bylaw.
Okay.
Right, we're here assisting with the road closures, as well as any potential demonstration that does occur.
But with all due respect, officer, this is a public sidewalk. Mm-hmm. I'm a Canadian citizen. I'm being prevented from practicing journalism. I just find it perverse. We have a country where illegal aliens can cross over at Roxham Road and the RCMP act as bellhops and carry their luggage. How is it that I can't walk on a public sidewalk?
Yeah, again, we're here just assisting the City of Vaughan, who has elected to shut down the roadway just for the health, safety, and well-being of the community. So that's what we're here for. Any issues in terms of why that's in place, you'll have to talk to the city about that.
But officer, again, with great respect, I mean, if there was a downed power line, I get it, you shut down the sidewalk. Surely I'm not a danger to anyone, am I?
No, clearly we're having a civil conversation right now.
Yep. And I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I agree to that. However, again, we are assisting the City of Vaughan with this. So any concerns as to why this is happening, you'll have to speak with them about that.
Okay, so is there somebody at the City of Vaughan here that I can speak with, sir?
They might be on the other side of the closure, closer to Bathurst, or you can contact them directly.
But we can't walk towards Bathurst?
No, so you'll have to take the long way around, unfortunately.
Okay, then. Yeah. I have this is amazing. The last time this synagogue had a real estate event, you had the usual pro-Hamas suspects show up. They were chanting for genocide. They actually trespassed on the synagogue property. Not a single charge, not a single bylaw infraction, even with the new bubble zone bylaw. And now it's gone from that to you guys are banning everyone, including members of the free press. I don't understand the overcorrection, if you will.
Yeah, so again, you'll have to contact the City of Vaughan as to why this closure is in place. In terms of people lawfully assembling, that's allowed, and that's what we're here to monitor and ensure that takes place, right? We do have a job to uphold the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which we will do. Any criminality that occurs, we will investigate that. Just because arrests or charges don't happen at the time, we can still lay the charges after the fact.
Okay,
right?
Well, I'll believe it when I see it, but so just to be absolutely 100% clear, the City of Vaughan has instructed York Regional Police not to allow people to walk on a public sidewalk near the synagogue. Is that correct?
So again, they've put the road closure in place and the sidewalk to prevent people going through. We are here assisting them with that.
Hi, ma'am. We're trying to get to the synagogue too. I overheard you saying you're trying to pick up your son.
I'm trying to get to my son's school. It's all the way down there.
Yeah.
I am happy for them to do whatever, and I'm very happy that you want to do things for the community.
Yeah.
But there needs to be something for people who live here. My son is waiting for me. I have to leave now. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. What did the police say to you, ma'am?
This guy told me to ask him, and he told me to turn around.
If you want to do an interview, just pull over here.
I don't want to do an interview.
Okay, so then go pick up your son.
She wants to pick up her son.
Did I not just say to you, I need to go pick up my son?
I vouch for that.
I directed you how to do so.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice
No,
evening.
you're blocking the road, miss.
There's a lot of our taxpaying money going into this, right? And there's so many police officers where I don't think that they need that many at all, to block off a certain amount of area in Thornhill. Access-wise, through streets and all, I don't think it's necessary.
Look at this. Feedback opportunity, new off-leash dog area coming to Pierre Elliott Trudeau Park. And this is the park where there is an actual statue of Justin's father, Pierre Elliott Trudeau. It made the news a few years ago because it was like Vaughn's day of infamy. Somebody, under cover of the night, got a spray can and painted Pierre Trudeau's face black. And the former mayor, he was outraged by this. He released a statement. By the way, had nothing to say about Junior actually wearing blackface so many times he's lost count. Maybe I'll give some feedback opportunity. Maybe my feedback is, wouldn't it be horrible if some of those doggies left a calling card near the statue of Pierre Elliott Trudeau? That would just be awful too. That'd be almost as bad as painting the face of the statue in blackface, wouldn't you say? Unbelievable.
I think that bylaws trying different techniques. This is what they're trying this time.
Okay.
Last time it was a bit of, a free-for-all, especially some of the pathways that were open.
Yes.
And people felt very unsafe. They felt intimidated. Okay. So now bylaw has decided to close off Clark to vehicles. The sidewalk, a lot of people are getting through. Yeah. I'm sorry if you had difficulty, but I guess, with media and the camera and the very distinctive David Menzies hat, maybe it was a little bit of a problem. I don't know, David. But basically, it's Thornhill conducting itself properly. All is very legal and upfront, nothing hidden under the tables. And it's unfortunate when residents are delayed getting home to their families or delayed getting their kids to programs. But as we did with the other times and other protests, we sit down afterwards, we do a debriefing, we speak to bylaw, we speak to York Region Police, we speak to the residents and the staff, and we find out sort of what went well and what should be repeated and what was maybe not the best way to proceed. But all is calm, all is quiet. Thornhill's such a great community. Everybody's enjoying life, enjoying raising their families, big smiles, happy people. We're right here and people are shopping and doing their whatever it is they have to do that day. So I hope that continues.
And Gila, I understand. I get it that you didn't want a repeat of what happened last time the synagogue had this real estate show. But by the same token, there's officers' discretion, is there not? I mean, if I was bringing signs, and we've seen such appalling signs by the pro-Hamas people, that's one thing. But a member of the media, surely I'm not a public safety issue.
And I will bring that message back. So,
Okay.
But I can tell you that I haven't seen anybody who had any difficulty so far. There was one gentleman who did get through, got in front of the synagogue, started shouting horrific epitaphs akin to the Second World War kind of viewpoints of the other side, and was quietly escorted back to the perimeter. So I think that, like I said to you, I'm sorry you had a bad experience, but it's been quite peaceful here tonight. Things are going ahead. There's a registration list, and we have great people helping out. From UJA sent their security team, and we've got the boys from Shomrim. Shomrim means the guards, and they're helping out. Of course, the wonderful York Region Police and our bylaw officers are on scene as well. And it's unfortunate that people were inconvenienced. I apologize.
Okay.
I'm going to get back to the rest of my job and duties. But it's been great.
One last thing, Gila. So what you're saying, hope abounds for me that next time this synagogue has this show, that there can be a little more discretion in terms of, who law enforcement and bylaw ban from a sidewalk, i.e. members of the media, local residents versus the pro-Hamas people.
So I believe in freedom of speech. I think that's very clear, and I will do my best. You will be proactive next time. How's that?
All right. Gila Marta, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Stay safe, be happy, and let's be a great community and continue to do good things for the world.
Thank you so much, Gila.
Take care.
Well, I guess that's how we're going to have to wrap it, folks. It's kind of good news and bad news, isn't it? The good news is reprobates with the New Age Hitler Youth movement didn't show up in a predominantly heavy Jewish neighborhood and chant genocide.
Go back to Europe.
And get handsy and get violent, do vandalism. That's good. And I'll take Gila Marta out at her word. They're going to have meetings in the aftermath and, have a bit of a more discretionary approach, I think, in case a land deal show goes through with this synagogue, which is to say, if you're coming down here with trouble on your shirt, breaking the law, breaking the bubble zone bylaw, well, that's one thing. But if you're just a regular citizen, if you're a member of the independent media, that's another thing. And by the way, folks, speaking of media, that's all we've seen here today is members of the independent press. Looks like for the mainstream media, they don't want to depict a certain protected group, shall I say, in a negative light. What a disgrace. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Well, folks, had the pro-Hamas types been allowed to come back here like they were allowed several times last year, it would be interesting to see who's who in the zoo. And by that I mean, are some of these people not even Canadian citizens? Because if that's the case, you gotta leave. Please go to our petition, deporthamas.com, deporthamas.com. If you are not a Canadian citizen, if you're here on a student visa, if you're just passing through and you are breaking the law, if you are chanting for genocide, pack your bags and get the hell out of this nation.